All right, so let's discuss how to get past the post-election anxiety with neuropsychologist Dr. Sanam Hafeez. Doctor, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Are you seeing this reflected in your own practice of people coming in with more anxiety?
I mean, everyone's talking about it, so whoever's coming in is obviously discussing it, like everyone we know is discussing it. Especially in New York, we hear it all the time, yeah.
You have some tips for people, because people are desperate to feel differently. I mean, they didn't expect to feel such a sense of disorientation and anxiety. One of your first tips, before we put them up, you have a list, but before that, you say, take it day by day. It's hard for people because they think of it in terms of 4 years or 8 years or a lifetime or the country changing. But why does it help to just take it day by day?
Because you realize that this is not something that's going to change the face of America in one day. So I think it's important to remember that there are checks and balances in this country, that, the facts are going to be our friend, that this is not a one-man show. And I think people think that now suddenly, we're in this other universe, and we're not. So I think it's important to rationalize the facts and remember that things aren't going to just, the sky didn't fall the next day. As much as we thought it would, we went to work, we're paying the bills, the credit card payments due, the mortgages due, and I think it's to accept that life is going to go on, and that there will be changes, but they're not going to happen overnight, and we're going to have our say, and in 4 years, which is going to come faster than we think, we'll get our say again,
Well, one of the deeper considerations here is, and I love psychology, I love therapy, I use it in my own life, I got a great guide, is we're always trying to learn through this process of psychology to see things for what they are and understand them. This is difficult here because Donald Trump said what he said, and he said it and meant it, and then you're told, but he only said it because it was a campaign. Give him a chance. He will be the person that you are afraid he is not, that he'll show that he's the right person for everybody. How do you have somebody to do that instead of accepting what's right in front of them?
It's hard because, that's the constant, that sense of cognitive dissonance where you have to accept something that you were told for months and months and months that, this is this bad guy. He introduced that was unacceptable and we had to tell our children, oh my God, this is a bad word, this is a bad man, and now we have to say, hey, respect him, he's our new president. So there's a lot of constant, contradictions going on that we have to live with for the next 4 years. But, but that's part of life, and this is also a teaching moment that, that this is democracy. 50% of our countrymen and women are happy with these results, whether we like it or not. And that, hopefully, I think this is the unifying message has to be that hopefully we were wrong. Hopefully we'll see something. He surprised us this far, obviously, and hopefully he'll surprise us moving forward. And I think part of what you just said, Chris, is that, we love a happy ending. We didn't get our happy ending. This was a breakup.
Some people didn't get their happy ending.
Yeah. Some people, the ones who are devastated. Right, people who are devastated got that sudden breakup, they didn't get their closure, and there's a sense of control and devastation. It's like someone suddenly died and they didn't get to say goodbye.
Very quickly, let me put up your tips for everyone because I think that they're very helpful. We'll just tick through them. You say, number one, recognize that you can't change the outcome, only your reaction. Of course, that's sort of the AA mantra, God grant me the serenity to accept what I can't change. You say, distance yourself from social media. That's a great one. I mean, take a Twitter diet. Next, go about your normal day. As you say, put one foot in front of the other, get coffee, call friends, go for walks. We saw Hillary Clinton doing that very thing. Avoid hostile interactions with friends and family. This is so important.
The holidays are coming.
Right, and families are fighting. There's infighting between them.
Everyone's on
and then the last one that I want you to comment on, take action in your community. What does that look like?
So, I actually just said this to someone the other day. I said, as we were having this conversation, I said, if you feel so bad, we feel better when we're actually doing something. So stop talking. Get out and do something. Even if it's small, even if it's in just your immediate community and neighborhood, especially for the minorities that feel so disenfranchised, that feel so scared, and to some extent, rightfully so, get out and do something. Have your voice be heard. And so in the next 4 years, you can make a difference and maybe have a different outcome.
Volunteering is healing. Do some volunteer work. Doctor, thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good tips, but Hanum is an ethnic, but she ain't Italian. You're not avoiding confrontation with your family if you're an Italian American.
There's a lot of infighting in our
That's called family, Doc. How do I avoid them altogether?